Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, and there's a big hit right away. He is knocked down hard on the opening kickoff. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now the second-year man, Devon Achane. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And he will go all the way. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On the ground for the first time. Here comes Jonathan Taylor. Lots of space past the 45. And he'll be taken down.
Taylor does a nice job there finding some running room, and that's the Jonathan Taylor we all remember, Mike. Think back in 2021, Offensive Player of the Year, arguably one of the best players in football. And in the last 2 seasons, it's been the injuries. When healthy, he's among the league's best. This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
When you look at Robinson, what you see is a guy who really has a lot of upside remaining, Mike. I don't even think he has completely maximized his physical skills. I mean, he's got great explosiveness. He's raw, sudden movements. He creates a lot of chaos when given one-on-ones. Led Penn State last year with forced fumbles. He's a guy that could get even stronger at the point of attack, and I think Miami has themselves a guy with a lot of upside and a lot of room to grow.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. A gain of 11 on that run. That's good for a Colts first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
On second down, Richardson. He'll run again. And he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
They'll run here with Taylor. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And this time he's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Gay on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. Now an opening past the 30. And he is out of bounds on the return as that ends the first quarter of action. 7-7. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's A-10. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Once again, it's A-10. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Kenny Moore there to make the play. Here now, 3rd and 5. Hill brought in motion. 2 and now on 3rd down. Sending it deep for Waddle. That is hot. And he will score. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown Miami. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. On the give, this is Taylor. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
From the gun, Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. Tua going to give it to Achane. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as the tackle's made just shy of the 30.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. 20, TX.
2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Hey, 21, TX. Number 1, high.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
And after that explosive play, they have a chance to extend their lead even more, and they have had their way. The defense has had no answers for anything they've done in the passing game, and they don't find out a way to slow them down. It could be in for a long game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
All right.
Here's a give to Achane. And the Dolphins are going to have themselves a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now, here's second and goal. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. From the gun, here's Tua. And he'll take it on in. Jonnu Smith, touchdown, Dolphins.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Richardson operating from the pistol. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Seven Pirates, go!
Richardson to throw. That is intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohou. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
That's caught by Smith on the right side.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap for Tua. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Hill brought in motion. 3rd and long. Here's Tua. That is caught left side by Waddle. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. So we're at the half, and the visiting Dolphins are in the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders, the kickoff for Miami.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Richardson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Now a deep ball for Mitchell. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Kendall Fuller. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Look him up on a second down and 8.
They're right here. Hey. Step.
Tua gonna throw. He's gonna air this one out. Looking for Hill. That is gonna be hauled in. He's got it. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Throwing, Richardson. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He gets this complete to Mitchell. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good for a Colts. First and 10 at the 45.
On first and 10, here's Richardson. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. second half, and the defense continues to be item one in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick six here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready. Let's go. Ready.
On first down, it's Richardson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Give up the middle to Taylor. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Set go.
Throwing is Richardson. And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Brooks.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Go ahead.
They'll run with A-Chain. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
The Tampa Bay just shy of midfield. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
All right, come on. Out, done.
Now A-Chain. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
On third down, they'll go with A-Chain. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. Back deep, Anthony Gould. Oh, he shanked it. Headed straight for the sideline. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Richardson. He'll get that to his tight end. That's Jelani Woods. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Throwing on second down, Richardson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. Here's Richardson. He's got a receiver. That's Woods. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Throwing right, it's taken in. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter.
Third quarter of play with the score Dolphins 38, Colts 7.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. Now Richardson. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
A run up the middle with Achan. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
Go ahead.
On the carry, here's Achan. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Throwing is Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. That one underthrown and intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
19 tight. 9. Let's go now. Buffalo 18. Hup.
Here's Richardson. To the left side and taken in by Downs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
On 2nd down, Richardson. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Richardson going to look to throw. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Taylor going to try to pull his way in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal. On play action, Richardson. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Touchdown, Colts. Now Gay for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Colts are able to edge a bit closer. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Mostert now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. As he throws there, it's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
44, ready.
On the handoff, this is Achane. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Ready. Let's go. Right.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Miami.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On 1st and 10, it's Achane. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
32 stay.
On second down, Achane. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
They'll try to run it here with Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He'll have it by plenty. It was 3rd and 2. They picked up 8. So a win here for the Dolphins. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.